What's going on, TikTok? And welcome to the premiere episode of Let's Tik Talk, the new show that gives you a behind the scenes look at what your favorite TikTokers are like when the cameras aren't on. I am your host, Shane Palma, and today my guest has over 940,000 followers. And believe me, it would not surprise me in the slightest if by the time you're watching this, he is already over 1 million. He is the TikTok dad, the CEO of Serotonin, and best known for his Hotbox performances. Please welcome in my guest, DADLIFEJASON.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Thank you
Sorry,
so much for doing this.
yeah, no problem. I didn't know that I was gonna be on the road today at this point, and so we just got on with our day, and then like right in the middle of it, I was like, holy crap, I'm supposed to be doing an interview right now. I like your series and the idea behind what you're doing because I think the more that we kind of highlight that fact that everybody is the same, I think it'll help spread a kindness culture throughout the platform where people aren't saying insensitive things to people just because they think that they're way too lofty to be touched by their comments. So
Exactly. That's exactly it right there. All right, so I'll
yeah.
I'll get started right off the bat, and I'll just leave this one to you. So people see, Dad Life Jason on TikTok, but who is the real Jason Linton? Just tell us about yourself.
Well, I am a paraeducator right now. I work with children with special needs in the special education department at the school that I work at. And I'm a husband of 13 years, two mom life patients, and I am the father of, there she goes, I'm the father of three beautiful adopted children, ages 5, 10, and, sorry, 5, 9, almost 10, 5, 9, and 11 years old. So I used to be a foster dad, and all of our children we've adopted through foster care.
That's awesome. So how did you get started on TikTok and the whole Talkbox thing? How did that come about?
Okay, so TikTok was something uh, I I heard kids at the school that I worked at, and they were talking about, they were like making all these jokes, and I didn't get any of the references, and I kind of like to be in the know, and so they said it's on TikTok, you're on TikTok, and then they're like, oh my gosh, he's too old. So I'm like, whatever. So I just got on the app to see what they were talking about, and I didn't get any of the jokes, but I was like, these kids are crazy. Talented on this app. Like they're making movies in 30 seconds, and it's like really, it really pulled me in. So I started just kind of highlighting myself and my family a little bit on the app, and I enjoyed it so much. But I didn't even get into the talk box until this year, like in what was it, March? Yeah, March was when I first started doing talk box. Up until then, I was just doing videos with random kids that went to the school that I taught at, and I got a little bit of a following around November of last year because I did a duet with my daughter Lillian of a Charlie D'Amelio video, and it blew up. It was about an EOS egg, and that blew up,
Okay.
and to the point that it actually spawned a friendship between me and Charlie's dad, Mark D'Amelio.
Oh wow.
And yeah, he's been a really good encourager because there's, with TikTok you start looking at all the numbers, and you want to do well after you get a little bit of attention, and you need somebody to kind of help you temper that. And he was the guy that, hey Jason, don't worry about this. Like he just FaceTimed me out of nowhere and just give me the encouragement that I needed right when I needed it. So he's a really good guy. A lot of people, they don't get to see that side of, and that's why I really believe in what you're doing here, which is going to make people know that, hey, these guys are human. It doesn't matter that they got 50 million followers, but the fact that he's got a soft heart towards me, and I'm just a dad, that was one of the big things that made me push to continue to spread that image of, this is a dad, this is his family, and I love them, and I love everybody. So
life if I do this, Jason.
yeah.
Well, not only are you a dad, but you're almost at 1 million followers now on TikTok. Do you see yourself as like this big influencer on the platform?
It's weird, but no, like I okay, like I've made quite a few friendships on the app, and I've made friendships with people that like they looked at me and they said, "Oh my gosh, you got 400,000 followers," and that came out of nowhere. And because I had like 200,000, then like in 2 weeks I had 400,000, and I was like, "What's going on?" And so I don't look at myself like that, like some big influencer, but I'm starting to notice that the things that I say, the content that I support on the app, it does weigh in a lot on people's lives. So although I'm not starstruck by myself, I'm not into some delusion at all, but I am aware.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Like,
I am
very, anything that we thought was going to happen.
I had no clue. Yeah, I had no clue. I had no clue that this would happen. But I am very aware of my influence. That things that I say to kids to pick them up, that it has a big boost. Like whether they go on in a positive train or if they start to take a negative turn. I'm very careful with, you know how they have those respond to comments things, and you have them in the corner of the picture or the video, and I'm very careful as to how I respond because I don't want to foster any type of bullying. So sometimes people say really insensitive and mean things to me during lives, or they say mean things to me in comment sections, and I'm very careful that I don't respond to those things because I know that I kind of feel like I have a tribe behind me. So if I do respond to those things and they can see this person's name there, that they might go after that person, and then I inadvertently cause some type of bullying. So I don't want to do that because you never know. Some people, they're going through something, and the only way they can respond is negatively because they're kids. They don't know better, and sometimes they say mean things, and I just respond by saying, thank you for your comment. I hope your day gets better. Because you never know. Like the stories that I've gotten from people on TikTok and on Instagram, they come over to the Instagram page, and they have a little bit more access to me there, and they're telling me all these stories, and I'm like, wow, I never knew that something that I would say would have that type of an impact on you, but you are amazing for going through everything you go through, and look at you now. Like I just want to encourage them through it. So,
and that's so awesome. And you have so many people come to you, not only for your basically the advice and the warm feeling that your page honestly gives to them, but for the music too. And going back to your Hotbox, honestly, how did that like all come to be? You said you started in March, but like how did you get rolling with that?
Okay, so I was looking at videos of Adam Taher. He's the first person that was a talk boxer that I saw, and I was like, I wonder if I could actually be good at this because I can play, but this guy is like insane, like how he's working on it. And then right after Adam Taher was like hit like a million, then this guy Carson Elliott came out of nowhere, and like he super duper blew up for the Say So, and I was like, I can do this, like. I was like, I've been a music producer. Like I'm a music producer. I've signed record deals like a long time ago. Yeah, before I had a family. And so when I got into my family thing, I kind of left a lot of that like kind of as a part-time kind of gig. And so with this, it was like, oh my goodness, this is a reemergence, but I don't have anything to play anything with because I started from scratch. And my wife, she saw my urges. She saw the things that I was looking at in Google. And next thing you know, Amazon boxes started coming to the house. And I would open them up, and oh my goodness, it's a keyboard. Oh my gosh, it's a desk for me to put my stuff on. Oh my goodness, like other people were like, hey, do you have any use for these studio speakers? I'm like, yeah, I'll take them. And next thing you know, I got my talk box. She bought it from Amazon. And so I hooked it up, and the first 3 days, I wanted to throw it in the trash. I was so bad. I was so bad at it. I was like, there's no way. I could never be good at this. But I kept on trying. And the first song that I tried on there and posted, I think, was a Dua Lipa song. If you don't want to see me dancing with somebody. And I posted that, and boom, it hit 1 million. And I think I got 100,000 followers from that one song. I posted it maybe 3 different times, and they were all from like Malaysia, Indonesia. Like it was a lot, like a whole bunch. They got me across 100,000, And I was like, oh my goodness, this actually could be a thing. And then slowly I started incorporating my family because that's my pivot point. Whatever happens to me on TikTok, whenever I blow up on any type of content on TikTok, I will pivot it towards my family because they're the source of they're my muse. And so when I pivot that stuff towards them, it started blowing up even more to the point where I do talk box videos, but Lillian will want to jump in on it, and my daughter Harper, she wants to dance in the video, so she does that. Christian doesn't want to be seen in front of the camera at all, so everybody's like, "What happened to your son?" I'm like, "If I point the camera at him, he will vanish like Doctor Strange. This man does not want to be filmed at all." So yeah, that's how it happened, and I'm very, very grateful.
Did you ever, I mean, you mentioned that you started this when you were just doing stuff with kids out of school. This amount of success and this amount of attention you've received on this platform, did you ever envision this happening?
No, not at all. I got onto the platform and I was like, I wonder if I'll ever get 100 followers. I legit thought that. I was like, if I ever got 100 followers, this would be just amazing. And then I blasted past like 100 followers. And one of my like I had a stupid video that blew up and it got like 9,000 views. I was like, oh my gosh, 9,000! Like I was like going crazy. But like I'm just my mind is blown. I had no clue anybody would care about what I was doing on this TikTok app, like at all.
That's
Not at all. I'm
that's
very grateful.
really amazing. Um,
Yeah.
Obviously, it's tough to talk about, but in times like these, rumors going around that TikTok could potentially be banned. We haven't seen much of that as of late come up, but if that for some reason were to happen, what's your next course of action?
Um. Well, right now I'm just trying to. I'm trying to grow my platform on on Instagram because that's like the next closest thing to me. But there really isn't any other platform that works like TikTok that has given people like me a chance to blow up. Like all the other platforms, you had to have a lot of money behind you
Mhm.
into a campaign or something for you to blow up. And TikTok has actually allowed me to get a lot of different sheesh, like a lot of different opportunities. I was on Sports Center
Oh,
because of
really?
TikTok. Yeah, I was on Sports Center and I was on House of Highlights
Oh,
because
wow.
because everything isn't really like as I said before, I pivot around my family. So some of the videos is me doing the talk box, but a lot of my videos is just me out at the pool with my kids and friends. And I got videos of myself getting rock bottomed into my pool with like a transition of me going underwater. And that thing blew up. And so ESPN hit me up through DMs and they were like, "Hey, can we use your videos?" I'm like, "Yeah." So it blew up on Facebook, which I don't even have a Facebook account, and it blew up on Facebook to like 3 or 4 million views, and like all over, like all of that had to do with it blew me up on Instagram. So now I think I might be close to 9,000 followers on Instagram, and it's not easy to grow on
Yeah,
Instagram, but
no, I know.
yeah. So I don't know, like I look into it and I pay attention to a lot of, world news and all of that stuff. But I think TikTok's gonna be okay. They got people in Washington now. Their CEO is the old president of Disney Plus streaming. So I think they're gonna be fine. It was difficult. The day where everything was glitching, yes, I did cry.
Mm.
I'm a tough dude, but I was reading stuff that people were telling me about how they had almost taken their life or they were so depressed that they were going towards that place and they saw my video and it stopped them. And I'm thinking like, what's going to happen to all those people? Where are they going to get some type of inspiration? Where are they going to get somebody to say a kind word to them because they have a place where they matter, where they are seen? And I worried about those people, and that's what really hit me hard. And then secondarily, I'm like, dang, I was growing and I really worked really hard. And the thought of losing all of that in one fell swoop was it was nerve wracking.
Yeah.
But here we are. We're still going. We're
Yeah.
still alive and kicking. And so, yeah.
And obviously, with it still around, and I'll leave you with this last final question. We touched upon it earlier. How important is it, especially you see how many people are impacted by your videos and all of these videos by the big content creators? How important is it that we create such a caring environment and a welcoming environment so that people don't have to feel threatened if they want to comment on a video, or they can just have a safe space to just enjoy themselves and be creative and have fun.
I think it is of paramount importance. We don't, a lot of people, I think connectively, I'm a psych major. I think about everything being connected to everything else. And we don't know, like during this whole pandemic thing, so much stuff got shut down. So much intramural activities got shut down. Schools got shut down early. Like I didn't go back to school. Like my school got shut down from, oh, I'm sorry, I got a call. Let me decline it. Are you still there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. My school got shut down from spring break, and so kids haven't seen anybody since spring break. But we're not thinking about the term of these kids are home in a stressful situation, stressful environment. They have no escape. If they're in a bad situation, there's no way for them to get out of the house to go be someplace else. And so the only place that they have to exist safely, to be able to speak and not be told shut up, to actually express themselves, whether they want to wear a mask or look like a fox or dress up in the fur stuff or dress up in the makeup and all of that stuff, that this is the place where they can actually be seen and comment and share their thoughts without that much ridicule. And I think we need to maintain a place for them to feel like that, because a lot of them are in a home where it's like, shut up, I don't want to hear anything about you. And me being a teacher, I know this. I see it. I see them getting out the cars at the parking lot, getting cussed on their way to go to class. And I see them when school is over and they come and give me a high five. And then you see their shoulders start to sag because they're walking right back to that car. They don't have a happy home to go to. So if TikTok can be that happy home, we need to work hard and maintain a safe place for them. And I think what you're doing in your project is definitely going to bring awareness to that. And I think my tagline I always try to say is, be kind in the comment section. Be the light in the comment section. Whenever you see me do a live, I always end it with that, because people need to know that kindness is power. It's more power than being petty and all of that stuff. And we just need to invest in that type of expression, because we don't know what people are going through.
A huge thank you and shout out to Dad's Life Jason for joining me on the first episode of Let's TikTok today. If you guys like this kind of content, make sure you follow my TikTok account at Let's TikTok SP. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for all the future episodes. We've got a lot more in store for you guys and a lot to look forward to in the future. Stay safe out there and peace out.